welcome back to my channel. If you're new to the channel, of course I'm Ivy Akum, and to my old subscribers, thank you all so much for always clicking in fact, you guys are the best. I hope and I know you all are having a nice day wherever you are, and I thank God for that. I decided to make this video and I wanted to talk about something real quick, and the issue is about taking your problems to social media or seeking counsel on advice on public social media platforms. You all will bear with me that it's such a really rampant thing nowadays. So please do not go anywhere, keep watching. Welcome back. About a decade ago, there was no existence of all the social media platforms. Even though they existed then, it was not so common to reach, it was not so rampant. Things were so real back then because there was no social media. People had to face their problems squarely, they had to deal with all their situations in the real way. But with the coming of social media, things have been made so easy, so much such that you could connect with people all around the world just with your phone in just a matter of seconds. So now it's so easy for you to actually seek counsel or advice from people outside the world, or seek opinions of various people using social media. Now the question is, this idea of taking your problems to social media or seeking advice from a whole variety of people on social media, is this idea disadvantageous or advantageous? Does this idea actually help matters or make matters worse? Nowadays, the more the development comes up, the more things evolve, people face a lot of problems. A lot of problems that some of them can't even handle. A lot of problems that they have no idea about. Now with social media, it's been made so easy. You could just write what you are going through, and a lot of people are going to come to your aid. Maybe people who have experienced that, people who know what you're talking about and who have actually overcome that. They can now come and give you some piece of advice or ideas which could help you. But this idea is not as rosy as it seems. I'm going to talk on both the good side and the bad side of taking your problems to social media. Now, on the good side, there's a saying that a problem shared is a problem half solved. You could be going through something really tough, which is really weighing you down and depressing you, and you just don't know what to do, or you just don't feel like there are people around you who are competent enough to give you the kind of advice which is going to help you. In such cases, if you keep it within you, it's going to continue eating you up, and you are never ever going to find the solution. When you post those problems on social media, people who may have faced those issues are going to come to your aid, and they are going to give you a whole lot of variety of advice. Now you're going to sit there and filter which one you will take and which one you will not take. It has helped so many people who have been in tough situations where they didn't really know what to do. Sometimes it's not because you feel like the people around you are intelligent enough or competent enough. It's just that some people just feel more comfortable in telling their problems to anonymous people, and their identities, of course, are going to be kept anonymous, so they feel safer that way rather than telling people who know them. It's advantageous when you pose a problem and you are giving very good solutions which actually helps. Now on the bad side, when you have a relationship issue and you take that on social media, or you take that to a social media platform, now the owner or the handler of that platform usually will actually post for public opinions. Now you come there and you have 1,000, 2,000 comments with all sorts of ideas on the same problem, a whole lot of conflicting opinions on the same issue. So much such that sometimes it may even get the person depressed or confused, because most often you go there, you find a lot of comments, including insults and ridiculous, sarcastic comments, which can actually take you from the position where you were to a worse position. Sometimes taking the problem to social media may be indirectly exposing yourself, because there are some people who are really fast and sharp at figuring out who this person is. Now you may take an issue to a page, a platform, or whatever, and you feel like nobody is going to suspect you. Trust me, there may be somebody there who knows what you're actually going through, and is actually going to know that you are the one that fits in that position. Now you have watched your dirty linings in public. And again, how far do you trust this person you're taking your problems to? Remember, social media never forgets. At that down moment of yours, at that low moment, you may be pouring out what you're feeling, but you don't know what the people or the person can use against you in future. You can never just trust people like that. That's how the world has become. So now putting your problem out there is like exposing your whole self to the whole world to give their own various opinions. Another reason why it may be detrimental to take your problems to social media is because no two relationships are the same. No two situations are the same. Something may have happened to you in a certain situation, and when you tell people out there, they are not really going to understand exactly that situation. Now they are going to base their judgment without actually getting the full details. Now you are just going to put out there what is actually your problem, but you may not be able, or you will not be able to give the detailed story so people can really understand what was going on before giving out counsel. And now they are going to give counsel just based on what you told them, which is not really good. I could go on and on with these disadvantages. There are a whole lot more, but the point I want to make out today is this: I'm not saying it's a bad idea taking your problems to social media, because it's actually helped a lot of people out there. But before taking your problems to social media, you have to know the kind of person you are. You have to be very strong-willed. You have to be decisive. You have to know exactly what you want for yourself. You have to develop thick skin, and you have to be very, very intelligent and to be able to assess things. Before taking your problems to social media, first, you have to already have a mindset of what you actually want for yourself. Don't just go there with a bare mind expecting to take what people say and apply in your life. Meaning you have to have a direction already to what you want in your mind, so that you just don't go there and think any kind of thing they tell you and start applying to your life, because you alone know what you're going through. You're supposed to have the capacity to filter whatever advice you take, to know exactly what is going to work in your situation. Not just take advice from anybody on social media because somebody claims to have gone through the same situation and you think since that person used this method, it's going to work for you. No. You have to assess yourself, you assess your situation, you know what can work for you. Don't just take things foolishly because someone says this or someone says that. Next, you have to be very careful with the kind of details that you spill about yourself out there, because it may be used against you sometime in the future. Like I said before, social media never forgets. You have to develop thick skin, as in your skin has to be thick, because once you post those things there, when they start throwing insultive comments, if you don't have the stamina to stand all that, it's going to depress you, trust me. There are a whole lot of crazy people out there who just find pleasure on trolling and insulting people now on social media. You may even be saying something which you're going through which is really hurting. People will come and laugh at you, people will come and mock at you, people will come and insult you and say all sorts of things. Now, if you're that kind of person who is easily carried away by such things, it's going to make things difficult for you. You may even get into depression after reading all those insults. So you have to be really, really careful and know yourself before making such ventures. With that said, I'm not going to say if it's a bad idea or a good idea taking your problems to social media. It's left for you, the individual, to judge, because a lot of people have taken their problems to social media and had solutions which actually help them, and a whole lot of people have taken their problems to social media and it has actually caused more harm than good. It actually took them from the position where they were to a worse position or to a more terrible situation. So you just have to know yourself, judge how it's going to work for you, and then you know what's best for you. Now, before I end this video, I'd just like to make a very short remark. When it comes to marriage, be very, very careful of what you spill about your spouse or about your marriage to the outside world. Because it's easy for you to forgive your partner, it's easy for you to understand your partner, but it's not going to be as easy for the outside world or for the people that you tell your problems to. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't ask for help or seek for counsel whenever you're going through difficult times. No. You have to be wise enough to know that marriage is a very sensitive issue. And it's easy for you to forgive your partner and forget things, but the world won't be able to do that. Now, there's a trend going on with a lot of people, even celebrities. Whenever they have issues with their husbands or their wives, they come and start bringing it and washing their dirty linens on social media, writing out stuff, giving information to the public of what was actually going on in their home. These people don't love you. Exposing your marital problem on social media is like throwing yourself away in the wild. And wild beasts are going to consume you. Wild beasts are going to consume your marriage. People are going to use that information to mock you. All you are going to get are comments upon comments upon comments, which will not actually help your marriage. If you check most cases where couples had a problem and they went on social media and started venting there, ranting there, giving out stories there, it ended disastrously. If you have problems in your home which is more than you to handle, you could ask help from your parents, from experienced elderly people, from marital counselors, from people you believe or you know that have an idea or may have an insight of what you may be going through. Never you post them on social media exposing your partners like that. If you think it's necessary, you could take it out on social media to a trusted person who can put it out there anonymously, or you could still consult someone or even a relationship therapist privately for counsel. It's never ever a good idea to expose your marital problems on social media. You are feeding them with what they want. That's the food that the social media wants. You're giving them that food, and trust me, they're going to feast on it. They're going to feast on your problems. They're going to feast on your marriage, and at the end, it's going to do you more harm than good. So you see, when it comes to social media, we all have to really be careful out there, because social media is full with a lot of fakeness. So I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you all in my next video.